G'day, my name is Johnny Eliades. I'm the owner and founder of Eliades International. Currently, before it was operating as Eliades Chartered Certified Accountants, and the reason for that is because I'm a qualified chartered accountant by practice. But I've always said I have two dreams. I have two things that I want to specialize in, and that is people and figures. And my passions have always been those two, and it's always been something that I've worked to bring together, which most people have told me in my life, how do you bring figures as a chartered accountant, and how this passion that you have for people, how are you going to bring that together? And I started Eliades International on the basis that I want to bring this together, because I have a belief, as an accountant, when I come into your business and I see what were your financial statements for the year, what taxes you want to pay and all that, that's all historical. So what actually makes you do what you do? And due to certain things that have happened in my life and the situations that I've been in my life, and how did I get out of them? I was at the age of 23, I was doing very well. I was on my way, I was a multi-millionaire, I had properties and that. I thought I was on the road to great success. At the age of 27, I had nothing. So, yes, you want to be an accountant, and accountants are great, and they give you the historical on how your business is doing. But what about you? What makes you do what you do? And I've got a passion for being a coach. I got a passion for being coached. I started studying success. I started studying why people do what they do. And I started this by getting tapes from a person called Anthony Robbins. He's been my inspiration. He's my mentor. I'm always in his footprints. I'm his student. If you see the material that I use, a lot of that material comes from him initially. But as the years have gone by, I started studying other coaches, and I started using other material, because I come from a place that, yes, it's good that you tell me this, but does it work? And I always tell everyone that I talk to, don't believe me. Why don't you test me? Once you've tested me, then you can say that I'm full of crap. You can say that this doesn't work. You can phone me, you can send me a letter and say, Johnny, your principles and way you run your businesses and what you're talking about does not work. But I think it's fair to say that you can only have that right once you've tested. Okay? So what I did is, I went and I said, what is the psychology? What makes you get out of bed each day? What makes you go to work? What makes you do what you want to do, or what you're doing, in order for me as an accountant to come at the end of the year and go look at your financial statements and say, great, you had a great year. What about your next year? So I started becoming a professional coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I speak at events. And I coach people. I coach people to have success. And the way I've divided in Eliades International, it's a group of companies, mainly divided into my accounting firm, Management Accounting, which we don't consider ourselves just there to do your taxes and do your financial statements. We're actually there to see, what are you currently doing? Is it working or is it not working? That's what's important. I don't believe in right and wrong. I believe either something works or it doesn't work. And that's why you need a financial person in your life, so he can tell you the business you're doing, your personal life. You can have all the dreams you want, but somewhere along the line, finances is important in order to get those dreams come real. So that's why I believe accounting is so important. But more importantly, I believe the psychology. What gets you to do what you do? And that's where I started Johnny Eliades International, which is a motivational speaking company and a coaching company, team developing. I always say I take you, your team and your business beyond expectations, because that starts working with the psychology. It doesn't matter if you have a great idea and you have all the resources to do it. What's going to make you do it? What is your belief system? Do you believe that you can do it? These are the things that I think are more important than doing your books or your accounts. Because if you don't have belief in yourself, if you don't believe that you can achieve, if you don't believe that you are great, how are you ever going to achieve your dreams? And that's why I believe in coaching. That's why I believe every person needs a coach. Initially, I was quite scared, you could say, or withhold to do this kind of coaching and that. But then my coaches taught me to step up. And a lot of the things that you hear many coaches speak about aren't very original. Most coaches speak about the same message. Belief is in all the coaches' message, because without that nothing matters. So what I did is I started Eliades International on one goal: to create as many success stories as I can. The success of this firm, of this company, this group of companies, will be determined by the amount of success stories, the amount of people's lives we change. That is my goal, that is my purpose, and that's why Eliades International started. Eliades means, it's a Greek for Johnny Eliades. That's why they call me Johnny Eliades. My Greek name is Eliades. Most people struggle with Eliades International. How about we start with IE International? A company that was built to make other people succeed. Thank you.